standing here today to talk about Peadar, my old friend and mentor and teacher, and the man who brought me on the trail of archaeology, history and folklore that I am so happy about now, meeting him just at the right time in my life. He nurtured everything that was good in archaeology and history in everybody. But he did take a special interest in me because he saw that I was like bitten by the bug, so to speak, he used to say to me one time. Peadar, you know, he was just such an influence on me. Now there were two other people, there was three people influenced me in history and archaeology and folklore. And number one, my mother used to tell me stories when I was a child, and she almost indoctrinated me with the stories of the leprechauns, the folklore, and the nutman and all of that. And then there was Mrs. Annie Darcy, mother of the chair of the Civic Trust now, Druid Darcy. Annie saved my life when I was a baby. I won't go into much detail about that since it's a pity she did, but anyway, she certainly did. But she brought me to my first film, Peadar O'Dowd, and that absolutely set me on fire, you know, with the fairies and Puka and all of that. And to be honest, like, it was from there on then I had an interest. But then I met Peadar O'Dowd, and I did a course that Peadar was given on local history and archaeology. And I did it a second year, and I did it a third year. And after I qualified in archaeology, he actually what he did was he brought me to the college, the RTC. He introduced me to the president, and he said, "Now the job's yours." So you're taking over. He said, "I have no time for fishing." So I got this grant because that was one of his laws. But he was a lecturer, historian, author, and who passed away peacefully on the 3rd of January 2024 in University Hospital after a short illness. And it was, you know, the legacy that he left was just absolutely incredible. Now, I have an earlier connection with the O'Dowd family because I went to St. Brendan's School, as did Peadar and as did Martin that's here. And Martin, at the first day my mother brought me down to St. Brendan's, and then the following day she told me that there was a lovely young boy from Baltimore wanted to bring me to school from now on, and that was Martin O'Dowd. And Martin did his work for the next 12 months. I remember one night in the Rome Club, and I was thanking Peadar for all he did for me and everything, and Martin pipes up to me just inside the bar, and he says, "What are you?" He said, "It was me that brought you to school, not Peadar." So, I move on. But it's great to see all the O'Dowd family here, and I want to thank them very much. I'm very thankful for this privilege, sincerely. It's absolutely wonderful. And of course, this is the Peadar's grandparents, John and Bridget Crowe. And standing from the left is Bridget, his mother, Julia, and then Martin and Willie Crowe, both Republicans back in the War of Independence. And Peadar's mother was actually a great camogie player who played for UCG and won an Irish trophy for it. And here at the very top there you see the wagon or the jeep, which the man standing under here, but just to say the very generous one. Peadar represented Ireland in the fishing as well. And here you have him here with Jane and just here at the very corner when they won the Irish Championships and abroad for Ireland. And up the top there you see this Kevin O'Reilly, and Mary is in the centre, brought Mary into the fishing as well. So you have here on the larger one, you have James Cassidy and Kevin O'Reilly again. James, of course, was Peadar's great buddy, great friend all their lives. The O'Dowd family, and of course the Galway Civic Trust, were doing an absolute incredible job in Galway, and she deserve all the support they get. They really do. They're doing an enormous work, and I thank them for that. And I hope that we keep going, and may Peadar's memory live on, because he was one of for me, Peadar O'Dowd is Galway. He's Mr. Galway. There's no doubt about that. Like, I can't walk down the streets without seeing him. I can't walk down the docks without seeing him feeding seagulls. That's the stories I'm here. I remember he used to go there and he said, "This is bully," and he'd be feeding the seagulls. He was just an enormous man. He was an adventurer. He gave everything of his life to Galway and to his family. It's just an absolute privilege and honour for me to call him a friend, for me to be his student. And is it any wonder that in all those years ago, nearly 45, 50 years ago now, that when I met Peadar, that he absolutely, I was absorbed by him in one lecture, one lecture, and he had me hooked. So I just want to say thanks very much for everybody, and to Peadar, thank you sincerely. I know, Peadar, you're listening to us with the help of God and His Blessed Mother and the Holy Spirit for guiding us here today, and for the enormous contribution in fostering such a vast appreciation of heritage of Galway. And may you rest in peace, Peadar, my dear old friend. God bless you.
Having listened to William, that he's probably the only one who delivers such personal and heartfelt stories. I think what a wonderful and emotional tribute William has made out for our dear friend Peadar. William, you give us an insight into Peadar's strong love for the city and his strong commitment to protect and enhance both the city and the county. Thank you very much for this. I just called on Daniel and follow up another short time, and Bernie also, just to propose a vote of thanks and for the workers of Williams. Thank you very much.
An incredible husband, brother, and uncle to us all. Firstly, I'd like to start off with a few thank yous. Thank you to Galway Civic Trust, Galway Heritage, and the Mick Theatre for today's events and all the events throughout the past week in Peadar's memory. The Billamays and the O'Dowd family are so thankful and proud to see Peadar's legacy being celebrated throughout the city. Thank you, Willie Henry, for today and all your hard work. Peadar will be very proud of his student. Also, thank you to all the historians, musicians, poets, and authors who made today so special. There's one event that caught my eye, as it's very close to my heart. It's the Peadar O'Dowd Memorial Waterways Tour, led by historian Ian Brophy. At a young age, Peadar introduced me and my nieces and his nieces and nephews to the River Carl. He brought us on boat trips and fishing trips, explaining the history of the Carl, its monuments, its islands, and its famous landmarks. Little did I know at the time I would spend nearly 20 years rowing on the River Carl for Galway. I didn't realise how important this introduction to the Carl would be for me personally. So to see Peadar remembered in this manner by this tour is a huge proud moment for Mary and the whole O'Dowd family. This tour will keep Peadar's spirit alive and well in the city of Galway. Finally, I'd like to thank the Mayor for attending today and supporting these great organisations in celebrating Peadar's legacy. Long may it continue, and hopefully this is the start of regular gathering for Peadar. Peadar gave so much to this great city. He was an historian, archaeologist, author, environmentalist, tour guide, and Galway ambassador, but he was a true Galwegian. And we want his legacy to live on through events like today. Once again, on behalf of Mary and the O'Dowds, thank you to everyone who attended today, and thank you to the organisers of the events. We are truly grateful. We miss Peadar immensely, but it's events like today that really keep his legacy and spirit alive. Thank you.
First off, my apologies for delaying the proceedings today, so I won't take too much longer because I've already wasted 7 minutes of your time to leave. So it's been an honour to be here. I joined with Peadar family and friends and many supporters over the years to honour a real gem in terms of Galwegians and people in Galway who've done project work. And I look forward to taking part in the walk myself as well, and also learning more. You put another better brilliant Galwegian than Willie to deliver today's talk, which is a fantastic honour to be here at Willie's company as well. The more than Peadar, whenever me and Willie or Peadar, it was always a warm welcome, great conversation, good chat for all Galway. My own family, as you know, in the Clara, seeing that here in the corner as well. It's, I'm sure, with a plenty of conversations over today's talk as well about the Clara and different parts of Galway. So, as Mayor of the City, it's a really honour to be here, an honour to join you all, an honour to hear the stories of good gentleman to my left here. So with that, I'll do a presentation and hopefully we'll have a great afternoon in the company of this gentleman here behind myself.